Land spreading out so far and wide. Keep Manhattan, just give me that countryside.
Oh, but my favorite part's coming right now.
New York is where I'd rather stay.
That's what we're talking about.
Smelling
All right, but we love going green because we are at the Go Green Expo, right? That's our Green Acres. Cindy Dole, Home Wizards, and we're having a lot of fun at the LA Convention Center where we are talking about all things home, garden, and life improvement as we do every Saturday from 2 to 4. So, hey, hope you can come by and say hi if you're anywhere nearby. We're in the South Building. So as we're learning to go green in a number of ways, I have to share with you. My friend Heidi just picked this up. It's called Gift Wrap That Grows. And there's 200 vendors that have all different kinds of things, but this is really clever. It's wrapping paper that has flowering seeds in the wrapping paper. So as you are the recipient of a present, you open up the wrap, and there you just put it as is with seeds intact into soil in a container, and poof, you've got your baby, a little plant. It sprouts in days. How cute is that? Well, I thought it was a nice segue because we're talking about the garden and how to be green there and be beautiful there. And everyone's thinking about the cost of food, right? And growing food is a great way to not only be green but to save money. I mean, a head of leaf lettuce right now in LA can cost you, what, $2 and up? Although I guess it's more in Paris. I read that it's more like $4 there, or 5 in Kuwait. But what about having a kitchen garden? With me are a couple of guys who know how to do it, a guy and a gal, Alastair Boase and Katherine Parra, who have done the kitchen garden at the Pasadena Showcase House. So welcome, Alastair and Katherine.
Hello, Cindy. It's lovely to be here.
It's lovely to have you guys. So do you specialize in kitchen gardens as landscape designers?
Well, we really do everything, but we have found that there's a great trend towards growing your own vegetables over the last 2 decades. I've found it's become more and more popular. And we have indulged clients with this wonderful thing, and we have helped them set them up, and we have created spaces, and it's been a great success.
And the kitchen garden at the Showcase House, I'm guessing, is right outside the kitchen, as it sounds, right? Or no? Catherine?
No, it is actually not. It's down over the stream next door to the carriage house.
Through the woods to grandmother's house.
Exactly, exactly.
So you can make us work out for those vegetables.
Yes, and it's actually a little more than a kitchen garden. It's also an outdoor entertaining space. It was such a nice, large, blank slate. It was a meadow of weeds when we arrived that we decided to do something a little bit more with it. So, go ahead.
Yeah, so what we did was we decided that we would exploit the fact that they wanted to, they had assigned this space to be a vegetable garden.
I mean, what kind of a space are we talking about? Because a lot of us go, oh, I don't have enough space for a vegetable garden or a kitchen garden, but really it can be small.
Well, this is really about 50 feet by 25.
Okay.
It's a small opening in the woods. And so we were glad to see that there was enough sunlight to do it.
Right.
The property has huge trees. There's an eucalyptus tree to the south and a Chinese elm to the north and all kinds of huge California oak trees. But there was this one opening, and we felt we could, with credibility, put a vegetable garden there and have it do well for the duration of the show.
Yeah, that's always a frustration. We live in a very shady area, and so our little corners, we have to really be judicious because we want to have our fresh tomatoes and our fresh herbs and so forth. But you need about, 6 or 7 hours, don't you?
Yeah, that
of
sounds
sunshine
right.
for good vegetable growth.
The more the merrier.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So paint a picture for us. This was a meadow, you say, before. It was just kind of a nothing. It was just weeds. And now, how did you just kind of set out your plot, your 50 by 20 area? How did you set that out to make it, from a design perspective, a pretty kitchen garden?
Well, when we arrived, we saw a chain link fence in the back, which was the property line. And on the other side of the fence was a couple of beautiful Arab horses. So we were thrilled by that.
Horses?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The neighbor had horses, so we were very charmed by it. And but ultimately we built a hedge between the two properties. To the left there was a stable, because as you may know, La Cañada is very much horse country.
You're going to tell me that you planted carrots is what you're going to tell me, right, for the horses?
Yes, we definitely have carrots here. So on the gable end of the stable there was a huge pile of bricks, and we decided that we would utilize the bricks and in their place build a beautiful potting table built from recycled lumber. And to the south there was kind of a more shady area under the eucalyptus tree, and we thought, well, we'll put the the potting, a little shed for tools and piles of leaves, and kind of more of a utilitarian kind of end to the garden. In the center, we decided to build a very expansive, large, quite ambitious pergola with a chimney,
Whoa.
an outdoor fireplace.
Wow.
Because in the same way that a kitchen is the hub of the house where everyone wants to hang out and socialize, we decided to have that in our kitchen garden. So we've created a shady place with the fire to sit by on chilly evenings, and the vegetables can be consumed right there.
Love that. So we can do some grilling right on the spot.
Yes.
Tell me about the vegetable choices that you have, Katherine. What did you put in your kitchen garden?
Well, since I had a lot of room to grow various kinds, I have a number of tomato plants that I put in. Of course, everyone's tomatoes. I did companion plants. I have tomatoes and basil. I have various tomatillos that I grew from seed. There's purple tomatillos. I got different kinds of beans.
Love the purple tomatillos.
Yeah, it's good to have a little color in the kitchen.
Yeah.
There's like the regular greens and the yellows.
Yeah.
So I have burgundy pole beans, tricolor pole beans, tricolor patty pan squash, corn. I have early harvest corn, which is always fun to have in a garden. Japanese eggplants.
I'm rather proud of the artichoke, which is already producing a head.
Hate you already. No, I don't really, but I am really, I'm terrible with my artichoke. I'm working. I'm trying to get better. I love artichoke, though. How lucky you are.
The wonderful thing about the artichoke is that if you fail to harvest the fruit, it turns into a beautiful flower, and I think that's wonderful.
Sure does. Oh, it sure does.
And really, our garden has very much been about the ornamental side of gardens, as well as vegetables, and we've made it a very attractive kitchen garden.
So, as it relates to being sustainable and saving water and being green and saving on our food bill, right? Because that's what we're here at the Go Green Expo. What would you suggest to people in terms of their expectation of saving money and saving water? Or, there's a little bit of a trade-off because you need to water the vegetables to grow, but you're probably, there's a balance somehow, right?
Yes, there is a balance, and it is an argument whether it's more economical to buy organic vegetables, because the maintenance can be a little bit high in setting it up. But I mean, on the long-term basis, I think it's worth it, and a big part of it is really the fun of doing it. And I mean, many Los Angelinos don't have time to have a hands-on involvement in the
we don't have
vegetable
time to
garden.
get our emails deleted.
That's true. But there's many people here at the expo that would actually volunteer to help with that kind of thing.
Yeah.
There's a wonderful company that has about half a dozen farmers, they're called, which will help people with the harvesting and the maintaining and the establishing.
Really? What's that group called?
Their flyer is in her handbag.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll put that on the website later. No worries.
Yeah.
But isn't that nice? And there's so many outreach efforts like this to help everyone get smarter when it comes to growing and stuff.
I just want to say about the water usage in a vegetable garden.
Right.
I think there's a lot of misconception that you have to water a tremendous amount in vegetables, and you really don't. I mean, you do need to go out and check your soil and see if it's dry or not. But a good example is I get a lot of clients say my tomatoes taste like nothing at all. What am I doing wrong? And when I ask them, well, how much are you watering? They're watering every single day. And a trick to growing a good vegetable, a good tomato, would be to consider dry farming it and not watering it excessively.
Oh, really?
So it concentrates the sugars in the fruit, so you get a really tasty, tasty tomato. So, I don't think that a vegetable garden is excessive use of water at all. And also, in terms of sustainability in a garden, too, the whole idea with it is also to limit your inputs and outputs. And I think a vegetable garden is a great output to have in your house.
Oh, I think so. And so it sounds like it's really going to be a fun learning tool for everyone who goes to see the Showcase House starting tomorrow and in the weeks to come. And then I'm guessing that a lot of people are going to say, hey, can you help me with a kitchen garden? Huh? It's really one of those, as we're staying home more often, kind of a priority, don't you think?
I think people will be inspired because we've arranged it in such a way that it's very attractive, and we've added fun elements to the garden.
Yeah.
We have bright colors, and our raised vegetable planters are made from 2x6 redwood decking that came from a job, and we've painted this wonderful burgundy color.
Ooh, sounds great.
And we've added other raised plant is made from what we call urbanite, which would be any kind of building material that would be either ground up into gravel or put in a landfill. And so we've created wonderful planters from rubbish, in essence.
From rubbish.
Yes.
Well, that's one of the lessons, is basically to do with what you have before you buy new things, because you may just open up your eyes and you wouldn't even believe. What is your website so people can see more of your stuff and find you?
It's www.alastairboase.com. It's ALASTAIRBOASE.
Okay, and we will see you guys at the Showcase House starting tomorrow for the next month.
Yes.
And we'll pay extra attention to the kitchen garden. So thank you guys for inspiring us with some really fun ideas.
Thank you very
and
much.
that artichoke. I'm going to take that artichoke of yours. All right, well, coming up next, we're still going to talk about the garden. We're going to head to the cottage garden that's also at the Pasadena Showcase House. And if you haven't checked out the website, go to cindydole.com and enter to win to see the tour on us, the VIP tour next Saturday. Home Wizards, Cindy Dole with the Go Green Expo at the South Hall of the LA Convention Center. We're back in just a second.